Welcome back, children. In the last video, we saw about the conditional statements and about the two conditional statements, that is our if statement and if else statement, else if statement, right? Okay. The third conditional statements we are going to see is about the switch statement. Okay. What is this switch statement? This statement is another type of control statement which will execute one of the blocks. Okay, we'll be having many blocks, so one of the blocks will be executed based on the given condition. This is also a conditional statements. According to condition, one from the set of blocks will be executed. Okay, so there will be many blocks, and according to the condition, any one block will be executed. That is called as the switch statement. The syntax for the switch statement is, this is the syntax. Please go through correctly. Here is the switch, this is the switch statement, and here is the expression. So if this case expression value is in this case, this statement will be executed and break will be applied so that it will come out of the switch statement. Okay, it will not execute all other statements. So according to the expression given, according to the condition, this case, this value will be selected. If this expression comes under value 1, this case will be executed. If it comes under value 2, this case will be executed. And this default is nothing but, if this expression value doesn't come under all the cases which is given in the switch case, this statement in the default case, it will be executed. Okay. Example, I am having some addition, subtraction, multiplication, division like that. Okay. Expression addition 1, subtraction 2. If the expression 1 and 2 is not there and I am giving the value as 10, it will come under default. Okay. Got it? If the expression value does not come under this case values, the default statements will be executed. We will see the example program so that you can very well understand it. Okay. You can go, this is some flow chart for your switch statement. See here in the flow chart, start case 1. If it is yes, this statement will be executed. If no, go to statement case 2. This case 2 statements, if case 2 yes means statement 2, case 3 yes means statement 3, everything comes to stop. Okay, this is the flow chart for your switch case statement. Okay. Okay, then we'll go to the example program. Before that, we'll see what all these, what is meant by switch, what is meant by expression, everything. Okay. The expression can be any of the value, whether it can be an integer or character. It cannot be any other than this. Okay. The expression can be of integer or float or a character. Got it? Yes. The value of the expression is tested against the values in the order against the different cases mentioned in each of the statement. Okay, the value of the expression, it will be tested with the case values. Okay, values which is given in the case, mentioned in each of the statements. When the match is found, the respective statement is executed. All the statements in the segment will get executed until it encounters the break statement. So all the statements in the segment will be executed until it encounters the break statement. If no match is found, the statements in the default segment, as I said, the statement in the default segment will be executed. Yes. Okay, so the expression can be a value of any data type, either it can be an integer or float or a character. The value of the expression is tested against the value of different cases mentioned in each of the statement. And when the match is found, the respective statement is executed, and all the statements in the segment will be executed until it reaches the break statement. If no match is found, the default segment statements will be executed. Yes? Okay, we can go on to the next one. Example. See, in this example, we are having this character as 1. Yes, we are assigning this character as 1. In this switch case, this character is given as the expression. If case 1, print. Case 2, print, break. See, this is the example program. If case is 1, print check balance. If case is 2, print. This is like an ATM machine, right? If we are pressing 1, check balance, pressing 2, deposit, pressing 3, withdraw, and pressing 4, mini statement, and default, please try again. You can check this program. You can check this program. Okay, we'll try this program by typing here. Okay, we can go to a new program. We can start the PHP. Yes. We can have our character CH is equal to 1. Then switch case O is equal to 1. Then switch case, we are going to give the expression CH. Yes. And we are going to case 1 means print check balance, right? This is the thing we are having in your program, right? Check balance. Then break, isn't it? Then case 2. Case 2, what is the print statement? Print. I'm making spelling mistakes, right? Don't do the spelling mistakes. Deposit. Break. Case 3, see, each and every statement should end with a semicolon, and in case we'll be having the colon. Okay, please check this. Each and every statement should end with a semicolon, and each and every case will have a colon here. See, break also should have a semicolon. Case 4. Case 4 will be having our print mini statement. This is like a mini ATM, right? In ATM center, if you go with your parents, you'll see all these things, right? Press 1, press 2, everything comes like this. They are also writing the program either in PHP or in Python, right? So this PHP is also a web developing program, isn't it? Web designing. Try again. Yes, break, isn't it? So we can close your default here and then your PHP program here. So we can save this program in your C:exam student folder like switch case example. Okay, switch case dot PHP. I saved this program. Now I am going to open this localhost here. Instead of this, I am going to type localhost student switchcase.php. Let us see if there is any mistakes. Okay, is not is, only yes case. Yes, let us see if we are having check balance. No mistakes are there. We have got the result as check balance because here our CH expression is 1. Let us change to 2. Okay, let us change to 2. Save this and reload this. Instead of check balance, what should come? Deposit. See here, deposit is coming. Right? So instead of 2, we can have 3. We can check everything and see. Save. And here if I give, this is refresh button. Okay, I don't think ma'am what the ma'am is doing something. I mean, this is refresh button, or else type here once again, or else press enter. Refreshing means once again it will run the program. See, withdraw. So case 3, withdraw. Right? Case 4, what is case 4? Mini statement. We'll have mini statement here. So for mini statement, what we want to do here? It is 4. Save. Before doing anything, you want to save the program first. Then go here, then refresh this, see mini statement. Ma'am, I don't want everything, I want a default print. Okay, so what can be here? It can be either 6 or 7 or 8, anything, from 5 to any numbers. Save this. Go to your Chrome. See, please try again. So this is your program of your switch case statement. Clear with this? Yes. If you are having any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Okay. We are starting the program. While the starting of the program with angle brackets with the question mark PHP. This is the variable. Always the variable should start with the dollar symbol. We are assigning this variable with the numbers. Okay. Integer. This is the switch case statement. Here is your switch. This is the expression. We are passing this variable ch into this. So this variable has the value. The value of this variable is checked with these case statements. Okay. So if the case in this variable contains 1 as the value, this statement will be executed. If it has 2 as the value, this statement is executed. If the ch has the value 3, this statement is executed and break will come out of the switch case itself. If it is case 4, this statement and default, this statement will be executed. Clear with this? And this PHP program is closed with the question mark and the angle bracket. So whatever you want to save it in the program as in the C:exam folder htdocs.php, any file name .php. If you want any folder, you can create the folder in the htdocs and you can save the program there. For running the program, you want to open the browser, you want to type http localhost. If it is in htdocs, don't want the student. If you are having any folder, that for the student is the folder name in the htdocs. Okay, htdocs refer this is localhost. If you are having any folder, that folder name and this is your file name. Okay, so this is how you will be running your PHP program. I am saying once in a while because you want to familiar with this PHP program, how to run it. Okay, if you are familiar with the PHP program, at least to run and see, at least to run and print the PHP program, it will be okay for me. Okay, so students, please learn this. Any doubt till now? We can enter into the class. Okay, so this is our switch case statements. The next one is think ending session. Compare and contrast if-else and switch case statements. So you want to compare your if-else statement and switch case statements. Okay, think ending session. If you can write it in the pencil, I will give you all the answers in the next class after completing the theory of your third lesson. Okay. So compare and contrast, switch case is easier than if-else, right? Here switch case consists of set of blocks and only cases are there. But in if-else you want to write a nested if, it will be confusing. Okay. Yes, right? Okay. So we'll be having the answers in the next answer the following session. The next pep activity. Shilpa is at the fun fair in her school. She is ready to ride the Ferris wheel. Before that, she has to complete the pattern of the numbers on the seats of the Ferris wheel. Help her. Please students, this pattern of numbers, try it. Get it from your maths teachers. How to try this, how to solve this pattern filling. Okay. I need the answers. Don't keep mum. Don't be like everywhere without answers. Okay, I need answers. Please at least try and get the answers for this pep activity. Okay, I need the answer for this pep activity. This pep activity is a entry point for the next coming session. Okay, so this is like a entry point for the next thing what we are going to learn. Yes, so please try to find the answer for this fun fair in the school. Okay, you want to fill the pattern of the numbers for the seats. Okay, so children, with this we'll stop the today's session about the conditional statements. We'll go slowly. The next comes the looping statements. We'll check with the looping statements in the next class. Please, if you are having any doubt in this conditional statements, inform me today itself. Okay, so that only we can go to the looping statements. Thank you. verify your book and learn and understand the concept which I taught today. Thank you, children.